Hello, this is Rachel live from Kalkine Studios, and you're watching the IPO Corner, a weekly show dedicated to IPO market performance and information about the listing companies under the spotlight. Now, before investing in shares, investors need to understand the business prospects and operations in detail, such as future risks and returns. This can include changing the IPO price or issuance date as companies see fit. The Australian initial public offering market is currently facing challenges in the form of rising inflation, interest rates and geopolitical tensions. Although the domestic IPO market started well at the beginning of the year, these factors weighed on market sentiment and made it difficult to raise capital. In the first half of this year, 59 IPOs were listed on the ASX compared to 61 in the same period in 2021. In the second half of last year, 130 IPOs were listed on the ASX. This scenario will also likely remain weak in the second half of the current year. So on that note, let's take a look at proposed 10 IPO listings that are scheduled for September, as the information is available on the ASX website. First up, Aromentum Resources. They require, explore and develop copper mining and drilling projects in the Republic of Cyprus. It has undertaken a $7 million public offering at a 20-cent issue price and plans to list on the ASX on September the 1st. Next up, we have Aeramentum, a mineral explorer and mining firm. They've undertaken a $7.5 million public offering at 20 cents issue price, and they plan to list on the 7th of September. Moving on, and Atlantic is a lithium-focused mineral exploration and development company with projects in Ghana and the Ivory Coast. It's undertaken a $13.25 million public offering at a 58 cents issue price and plans to list on the 8th of September. Next, mineral explorer Octavia Minerals is engaged in lithium and gold discoveries. It's undertaken a $6 million public offering at a 20 cents issue price and plans to list on the ASX on September the 14th. Nightingale Intelligence Systems develops and sells drones for commercial applications. It's undertaken a $10 million public offering at a 35 cents issue price and plans to list on the ASX on the 16th of September. On that note, let's take a short break. I'll be back very soon.
Build better relationships, get connected, heard and noticed. We always believe in getting you the best. Kalkine Media's growing platform, Kalkine TV, helps you connect to an inquisitive audience from across the globe. Interact in a trusted environment. Showcase your brand on Kalkine TV in a seamless and effective manner. We connect and curate content as per your business needs. So why wait? Write to us at guestteam@kalkine.com.au.
Hello and welcome back. Now let's take a look at the rest of the IPOs scheduled for September. Bridge SaaS provides software as a service-based customer relationship management and workflow solutions. It's undertaken a $4.5 million public offering at a 20 cents issue price and plans to list on the ASX on September the 20th. Next up, Australia Sunnyglass Group is a glass product manufacturer and supplier. They've undertaken a $7.5 million public offering at a 35 cents issue price and plans to list on September the 21st. H&G High Conviction is an active investment company that invests in small to medium-sized businesses with a focus on risk-adjusted returns. It's undertaken a $30 million public offering and plans to list on the ASX on September the 22nd. Moving on, and Critical Minerals Group deals in critical minerals needed for electric vehicles, energy storage and renewable energy. It's undertaken a $5 million public offering at a 20 cents issue price and plans to list on the 27th of September. Next up, Adrad is into designing and manufacturing innovative heat transfer solutions for original equipment manufacturers globally. The company also manufactures, imports and distributes automotive parts for the aftermarket in Australia and New Zealand. It's undertaken a $22 million public offering at a $1.50 issue price and plans to list on the ASX on September the 30th. Well, that's all for now. It's time to wrap the show, but let me share this critical information first. Before investing in IPOs, investors must check the company's credibility and track record. The risk appetite level can vary by investors, and they need to consider factors such as analyst views, brokerage ratings, industry outlook, financial performance, and a peers review before making an investment decision. Also, it's important to note that companies can change the IPO price or issuance date as they see fit. Well, that's all for now for the IPO Corner show. Stay tuned to Kalkine TV. We have many more shows for you with live updates across the economy, markets and sectors. This is Rachel signing off for now.